Hello, hello. It's Astrid. Welcome. Just pouring myself a little coffee. Just a little coffee. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This reading is for anyone who has the North Node in Cancer and or their fourth house. Okay, so if you have your North Node in Cancer or if you have your North Node in your fourth house, this reading is going to be for you. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Astrid. I'm a psychic oracle and mentor. This little corner of the internet, my little corner, I call the Sacred Gray. Welcome. Please subscribe. It's a free way to support a new channel, a growing channel. North Node in Cancer, Cancer fourth house, or North Node in Cancer, fourth house, North Node. Who am I talking to, Spirit? It's interesting because when I was getting ready, there was this really strong feeling of needing to get organized, needing to kind of figure out, I'm hearing like the ins and the outs of a situation. There's something here that you're feeling pulled to understand a little bit deeper. Okay, yeah, Four of Swords in reverse. It seems to be really bothering you. Can I get some insight, Spirit, onto what this thing might be? Ten of Swords. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. You're losing sleep over this. You're losing sleep over something that happened. I'm hearing recently, though I do believe from what I can feel from this reading that this is a theme. This is, you noticed a pattern of like repeated heartbreak. You noticed a pattern. There's very strong masculine energy here. You noticed a pattern in your life of the ways in which people harm you, or I'm hearing support you as well. So it could be kind of malicious intent, you know, and it's keeping you up at night, and you're in a place where you are calling an end to cycles and patterns and things that just no longer resonate with you, and things that never ever worked for you. Okay, collective, this is a powerful moment in your journey. Okay, the moon. So I wonder if we can get some clarity on the moon here. What does this collective need to know? What are they seeking is something that I'm hearing. So seeking clarity on, like I saw in the beginning when I first started. Yeah, you're really lacking clarity in this moment, darling. This is a tough moment for you. Where are we going? Can I get I gotta sit with this for a second. Because this is trenches energy. This is, you see the problem and you've called it out, like you've named the demon, right? But now what? Now what do we do? You're burnt out. And this is taking me back to this second card that we pulled of, I mean, you are literally, it's keeping you up. And this could be, can I get some insight? Is there something specifically that happened in recent past? The Five of Cups in reverse. Something that happened in recent past. And the High Priestess. Oh, there's a facade that you were able to see through. Four of Pentacles. It kind of puts you in a place where you were like, I'm not messing with that anymore. That's not mine. Okay. So, but in acknowledging this pattern, and acknowledging the existence of this facade of whoever is causing harm to you here, whoever has brought you to this point of real burnout, to the point where like you are ruminating. This is giving very like ruminating energy on what has transpired, where you're going, what you deserve, etc., etc. There's this this feeling of regret. And I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is what I have lost. So it's like okay, so that makes this make a little bit more sense here. So what you have lost, I'm hearing nothing. You have lost nothing, but I do believe that you are operating from a place that is racked with illusion, wherein you find yourself feeling as if you have lost something substantial. You have lost time. You have lost pieces of yourself. And this message, what Spirit is here to tell you, is that that is not true. How can we, what does this collective need to know about the manner in which they are moving forward from this? What is helpful information at this time? I'm hearing you've made some mistakes. And I do believe that this has something to do with something that you communicated recently, something that happened recently. It has to do with a relationship that you have. It's bringing me back to this Ace of Swords. I think that you may have unintentionally hurt someone, or you kind of acted in that Cancerian way of like defending yourself. There's defensiveness that I'm feeling here. And so what Spirit wants you to know in moving forward is that you there are things that exist within you that have always served you in one way or another, right? And you are not meant to leave those things behind, but rather to alchemize them. You are put in a place in just in this moment where you can see what has happened around you and how it has impacted you and how you acted, right? Like if you choose to, you can take this moment that I can see you experiencing a very real sense of resistance to you. If you are able to alchemize this and turn it upright and get the rest that you need, if you're able to call on divine help, I can see that the transition moving forward of having like this really rough exterior that perhaps you are ready to shed. There are many ways in which you can do this. Spirit is acknowledging that, like, the manner of your rebirth, the way that looks, there are many ways that can look, okay? And it's completely up to you. But what needs to come first, Spirit is really, really emphasizing this here, okay? What needs to come first is an element of acknowledgement and celebration of what you can provide and what you are being provided, right? And I'm hearing this. So a couple of interesting things are happening while I'm delivering this message. Like, so for one, I feel like I entered a different dimension like a moment ago there. And this only happens every now and then where all of a sudden it's kind of like things I feel like not sober in a way. But then there's this other thing of like distractions and feeling like you're running out of time, okay? And I'm also hearing this thing about this resistance to acknowledging what people are providing to you. There, as soon as I said that, what you are providing and what is being provided to you, I heard this resistance on your end of it's not enough, or no one's doing anything for me, or some kind of contrary spirit like this. And so what you're being asked of in this moment is to see that two truths can exist at the same time, and that you are not in, but like, it's kind of like Spirit is asking you to like lighten up, like loosen your shoulders a little bit, like get jiggy with it is something that I'm hearing, like lighten, bring some flow in, because and like full body chills, like what you're experiencing is, there's burnout here, but there's also trauma responses coming up. And so collective, I want you to acknowledge how everything that has transpired in your life has happened for you, right? And you have the freedom and you have the strength and the capacities to do something with those things. It is entirely in your realm of power, your realm of ability. You have the agency to change the way your life has affected what you put out into the world. Does this make sense? You can change, right? And Spirit is giving you this starting point of just not looking back and rather celebrating where you're going and where you currently are, rather than this energy of dwelling. Do you see what I'm saying? There's this energy of dwelling and ruminating that's very, very present here. Okay, collective. And so another thing here that's being brought to light is there is something that I believe is coming in for you that it is possible that you'll miss that opportunity if you stay in this place of, if you stay in this kind of like lower vibration of, it almost feels, and okay, so I want to say, if you know me, then you know sometimes I shoot right between the eyes. This might be one of those moments for you, okay? There is a victimhood mentality here that I'm going to need you to get rid of. Okay. That's not going to get you anywhere. I need you to pick yourself up and get on. Okay. You don't deserve to live the way that you're living. And you know that, but at what point are you doing it to yourself? Okay, collective. That is kind of where we're at here. I'm seeing a new opportunity coming in for you that you might miss if you don't acknowledge, how you are kind of shooting yourself in the foot just with your thought patterns, just with like what you're bringing to the table for yourself, right? The inner dialogue, right? What are you giving yourself to work with? Is it something that is like defeating, or is it something that is encouraging? Like other people might not be doing those things for you, but what are you doing for you? That's kind of the message here. And like this new thing that can be that would be coming in for you, that is really something that Spirit doesn't want you to miss. I want to actually get okay, and so we've got the Nine of Pentacles kind of falling out here. So you are capable, you do have the tools and the means. I feel like there is stuff going on like in your surroundings and in your environment that would prevent you from seeing that, but you should not be the one facilitating your blindness to your own faculties. Does that make sense? Like celebrate the tools that you have, basically. Don't blind yourself to your blessings. Can I get some insight as to what this new opportunity might be? What is this new opportunity that could be coming in for this collective? Oh, I don't know if you can hear my stomach. This is a really good microphone, so you might not be able to hear it, but my stomach just growled so crazy. Okay, so we've got the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. There is definitely something coming in. However, your assumption of who it comes from, that's an issue. Excuse me. I think I'm hungry. I think I should eat something. Your assumption of the person that it's coming from, Spirit doesn't want you to assume the worst of the people around you. It's kind of like one of those things where you've been hurt, and so it's like the not all men thing, and I don't want to get into that. We're not going to get into that. I don't have an opinion on any of this, but it's an example that's coming to mind. When people say like not all men, and then other people say all men, you might be, and it's very black and white. Right? It's very black and white. And the reason I call this little area of the internet my little corner is the reason I call it the sacred gray is because black and white those are realities, but God is in the gray, right? The wisdom, the truth is in the gray. So if you can find a balance between what you've experienced, and if you can acknowledge, this isn't even finding a balance, no, because first you need to acknowledge, is what Spirit is saying. Acknowledge that maybe you're placing assumptions on people and places and things that just don't serve you and are not working. It's just not working, right? There are blessings that you have shorted yourself of in the past, for this same, at the same hands of what I'm describing to you now. What Spirit is asking you to to make an adjustment to. Okay, so if you're receiving an opportunity and you immediately look upon it as unworthy of you, of your like attention or your energy because of maybe assumptions that you're making of its origin or who presented it to you, then you are shooting yourself in the foot here. So this may come from a place where you would be reluctant to take it, and so Spirit is asking you and offering you a moment of optimism. Okay, seeing this star at the top here, you know, but where can it get you? What can it lead to, right? What can I make from this foundation that I'm being handed, even if it's from a less than ideal person or origin or whatnot, right? Let's get a final message for you, collective. The Chariot in reverse. A lot of reluctance here. There's a blockage in your, there's a blockage in your, I'm hearing your throat and your sacral. This is a very real heartache. This is a very real heartache. And so Spirit is really, really validating you here and asking you to, be kind with yourself in the face of, you know, that which is out of your control. This is a moment of like, we're all just doing our best here. And from what I can tell, you do have support. You do have support, perhaps a really close friend, or I'm hearing the word colleague. There are people around you that would be open to hearing you out and perhaps offering you new perspective. Okay. As you acknowledge the ways in which you have trouble managing things in your life, right? Movement, creation, emotions, stagnancy, just getting out of bed in the morning, whatever it is. As you acknowledge these things and you say, I'm ready to let those things go, and you call upon, you know, the ending of a cycle, there are people who are capable and ready and willing to help you. And this also kind of brings me back to the last message of like, not assuming that, you know, someone doesn't want to help you or that someone can't help you. Right? And maybe that's really what the core of this is that people can help you and people want to help you, but you have to be open to receiving those things in order for it to take any kind of effect, right? You have to be open to receiving. Something that I'm really feeling the need to kind of communicate to you, something that Spirit is just listening to the guides. Like sometimes the advice that's coming through for you, sometimes if someone's giving you something and you're like, meaning like advice or insight or a new perspective, and you're in a position where you don't trust that source of help, listen to what they have to say anyways. And I'm hearing, even if it's hard, like even, and it's funny because like the word that Spirit is giving me is like insufferable. So like, even if you find that person to be insufferable, Spirit is saying to listen to them anyways, because there's something in there that you can alchemize and kind of turn into your own language. There's something available from that source that you can translate into your own energy and language and understanding. And I also really want to emphasize this feeling that I'm getting of urgency and not having enough time, because you do have enough time. You do have enough time. And Spirit wants you to remember that life is long and that different elements of your story or your journey or experiences might have told you otherwise. But life is long. Okay. And you do have time. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If this resonated with you, if you took anything from this, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what it spoke to for you, or just anything, just saying hi. Okay. Please like and subscribe. It's a free way to support a growing channel. And please soften, right? It is safe to soften. Good job.